Welcome back again to Vegas Live with Ninon. Of course, you know where I am. I'm in Las Vegas. This town is absolutely amazing. There's always something going on. But what is happening in Vegas, actually, is the film industry is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I have two gentlemen with me. I have Ronnie and Neil, and they have a movie that's coming out, or has come out, I don't know yet. It's called Mr. Deshee. And Ronnie, I think you wrote this, didn't you?
Yes. This is Neil.
Yeah, I mean Neil. That's right, Ronnie. I got them. I'd always do that.
It's okay.
So you wrote this.
Yes, I'm a writer.
You're a writer, and so now you've got it into film form. How excited are you?
It is very exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
When did you start writing it?
So I started writing 10 years back.
See how long it takes.
It's a really long journey.
So if you have anything you're writing out there and you feel that you're in a couple of years of writing, don't worry about it, because it doesn't matter. Because a lot of these do take a long time.
Yes,
absolutely.
And
yes.
I've often wondered why. Why? You just.
Mr. Deshee is very close to my heart, and I
Is he a
inspired by the
personal
true
friend
story.
of yours, or is it a cousin or a relative or anybody or somebody you
Many
made
friends, many friends. They are in back East Coast, in New Jersey.
up? Yes.
They are just like that, and I inspired to write the story on them.
So you're writing a story on any particular person.
Not a
Mr.
particular
Deshee.
person. There are many person. I make
So,
it all
so
together.
Deshee is a combination.
Combination,
Of,
yes.
of many people.
Many people,
So
yeah.
you lived in New York.
New Jersey.
New Jersey you lived
I was in New Jersey for 8 years.
So, and you're from India?
Yes.
So is there a large Indian population there?
Oh yes, New Jersey is called mini India in the USA.
Oh really?
Yes,
Oh, so
it is a
many-
very big population.
And
Indian
Ronnie, have you
population.
been there? Have you been?
I actually lived in New York in the 90s for about 5 years. So
Oh,
I'm very
I'm envious.
yes.
Anybody living in New York, I'm totally envious. I love. I would
did
do
too.
anything to live in New York.
Oh, it was a wonderful experience. There's nothing
Oh, I
like New
think
York
so.
City.
I only want to live in the center. I want to live, near the park.
I
and
lived
want-
in Manhattan.
You lived in Manhattan?
I lived in Manhattan in Times Square on 47th. I
Oh
did.
my goodness!
I was a
I'm
ballet
really
dancer
jealous.
in the
I'm really-
in the 90s. That's why I was
really?
dancing in New
You
York.
were dancing in New York.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, what was the famous theater you were in, or what did you perform?
Oh goodness, I danced with the Gillespie Ballet based out of Long Island, and so at that time I was a classical ballet dancer training at the Broadway Dance Center and at Carnegie Hall.
You went to it's
Yes,
Carnegie
ma'am.
Hall. I love that. Oh
And
my goodness!
from there I danced with the Gillespie Ballet based out of Lynbrook, Long Island, and I had a lot of family in that area, in the Connecticut area. I'm from Greek heritage and Mexican heritage, and so living in New York at that time, I was a ballet dancer, and living that young 20s dream back in the 90s.
How long can you go into being a ballet dancer?
You know what?
Depends.
It used to be a limited thing. It's so
Like
odd.
30, 35?
Yes, but recently I was able actually to dance with a local ballet troupe here in Las Vegas 2 years ago called M&M Dance Theater, and I was 45 and got to dance in a ballet again.
That's good.
Were you, and how did you feel about it? Were the bones did the bones need recharging?
Yes and no. I mean, fortunately, I still continue to take class.
Oh, good for you.
I've taken class, you know.
That's
and-
why he looks so trim.
Oh,
you
you
know,
were
maybe
just.
I'm-
I actually, I
Okay.
broke
Well,
my.
hey, wait a second, look at you. I mean, Neil, you look pretty cool. You know, you
Yes,
keep
thank you.
your figure.
Oh yes, I'm a good runner.
Oh,
Every
you
day I
run.
Yeah,
So
yes.
you run.
And that's the wonderful thing. I broke my foot a year ago and was still able to dance and perform other things on a broken foot because of ballet training.
Because of the ballet training,
Yes, ma'am.
so that was one. Oh, how fabulous!
It's quite
But
disciplined.
now you're in the movie industry.
Yes, ma'am.
And are you in it as an actor, director, producer? And I think they're all the above.
All of the above.
All of the above.
All of the
Yes.
above.
So, with
After
me-
Mr. Deshee, I'm going to have my directorial debut for PATEL Films, which produces Mr. Deshee. And
So this comes under PATEL Films.
Patel
Yes, ma'am.
Films,
PATEL
yes.
Films in Vegas.
Vegas.
Because this is not the only one they've made, because I've had quite a few of you on from PATEL. So how did you manage to get PATEL to understand your story and like your story? And is this a full-fledged movie? Is it?
It is a full-fledged, and Mr. Deshee is bringing many cultures. In America, people think like only Mexican people they are crossing borders, but it's not like that.
Well, I think we got a lot more than just Mexico.
Oh, yes.
People crossing the border. We've got people from South Africa, from Africa, and all over the
Absolutely.
world.
all over
now.
the world, people goes to Mexico.
Yes, yeah. They
And
go
then-
through Mexico.
Through Mexico, and then they cross the border and coming in
Now,
USA.
I see,
illegally.
nobody ever understands that
Yeah.
the people from India.
Yes.
Now, what part of India? Does any part of
Any
India?
part,
Any part
any
of
part,
India.
yeah, all over
so
the India.
they go all the way from India all the way to Mexico.
They go to the Mexico or South America, the Peru or
Peru, and then Peru, they come
Guatemala.
up to Mexico.
Then they come to the Mexico, and then they try to cross the border.
What is great about it is about the American dream and immigrants coming over to the United States. This is a dream project of Neel
Yes,
Esh's.
that's my dream
And
project.
it is about immigration and immigrants
Is it
coming
about
over.
immigration?
And it is.
Yes.
Talking
Yeah.
about timing.
It is.
Yeah,
a
it's a really good
perfect
timing.
He wrote this 10 years ago.
It's
what-
now time.
And yeah,
What is-
the timing is great.
What is great about this
Right.
film, no matter what your belief system is politically and whatnot, I think everybody can relate to the American dream in this film, and I don't think anybody will
I mean,
be
you-
offended by any of it.
Yes.
It's a great story.
It's a great.
It is great
Is it
story.
an understanding of immigration?
Yes, yes, and then it has a good message for the illegal people who are here.
Yes.
It says your family is most important, money is not important.
Well, no,
So,
because if you
character-
if you, yeah.
In a movie, the main character is going back to India to his family.
Really?
At the end, he realizes, oh, what I'm doing here. I have
You
to
know,
go
it's
to my
funny
family.
you should say that because I remember having a conversation in New York with a guy from India, and he was a taxi driver. And he said all he does is drive a taxi, gets up in the morning, drives a taxi, goes to bed, and he sends all his money
To the family.
back to India. And he said to me, he said, what am I doing here? And I said, well, you're doing a very good job by supporting your family, but at the same time, they don't have you.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the message I'm
That is
giving them.
big message in
It's a
Mr.
very big
Deshee.
message, yeah.
Yeah, so what is so it's just about money, and we all know
Right.
that money is not.
It's
Money
not.
is not important. Family is most important.
And it's true. So you kind of created this over 10 years, so that's why
Correct.
it didn't take you a long time to write
It is, yes.
the movie. It took you all those years to find out the story.
Find the stories and
The
put all
stories.
together. Yes.
So Mr. Deshee is the one that, arrived in, I guess, America 10, 20 years ago, whenever, and decided that that wasn't the answer.
Yeah.
And he thought it was.
So my end I created because I inspired by particular one person. He from New Jersey. He was my friend, and 10 years he stayed in America, and after that he went back to India. And then I inspired. Okay, let me write end like this.
So then after he went back, that
Right.
inspired you for
Yeah,
the
that's
story.
inspired to make
now,
a character
how were
to
the
go back,
people
yeah.
that cooperated with you to write this that were from, I guess, New Jersey?
Right. Yeah.
Because that's where it kind of, I guess, it
Yeah,
starts,
that's a
right?
more
That's
people.
where it all is.
Well, yeah. Well, this film actually, we filmed it in Kingman, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, and
Okay.
also in India. We did
Oh,
film
you
for-
did some filming in India
Yes,
as
India
ma'am.
as
well.
well.
Because
Yes.
Deshee went
yes,
back
yes.
to India.
The
he
beginning
had
is from India
Oh,
and
the
ending is in
beginning.
India.
Oh, they're both so.
Yeah, so we
it's
have
what-
it filmed in
Right.
India as well.
Yes.
So, are you happy with this story you wrote?
Oh,
Because
yes, I'm
it
very
seems like
happy,
it's
very
a very true story.
True story.
Yes.
And
Now,
people
did-
will like it.
But they-
for
well,
sure.
Now, what about the women in the? I mean, I presume you have women in
Yes,
the
ma'am.
movie. What are their thoughts on coming from India and coming here, and they have to work hard too.
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah.
So, what's their take on it?
So there in now present day, many women comes also like that. In the past, like 10 years before, woman was not coming like that. But
No.
in present days, they comes here by illegal way too.
Now, also, you have a lot of students coming over to America,
Oh, yes.
actually all over the world.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
And they all seem to go into the medical field.
Yes.
Now, what I have heard, maybe you can help me, that a lot of the ones that started the medical field would stay in America to practice at being a doctor. But now I understand that they learn, and then now they go back to India because now you've opened up all these hospitals in India. Is this true how it works?
Yeah, it works. Yes.
That's-
Many people they does. Some people they stay here.
Stay-
they
yeah.
get the
But-
green
but
card.
they never
get
used to stay
citizenship.
here.
Right. Yeah.
They never
I think
used
they
to-
would come
Right.
here for education and opportunity that
Yes.
some of the countries wouldn't offer. And then I think, as Deshee points out to further along, that some stay here, to further their lives and finding that American dream, or some realize that home is where their heart
Their
was
American
again.
dream is actually in India.
Yes.
And that's and anyone like right now I live here, but it's something like okay, home is my better place.
Yes, yes.
When
Isn't
I go
it
there,
funny
yes.
how we always, wherever we have a green card or wherever we live or citizenship or whatever,
Right.
it's always where we come from is our home.
Yes,
Correct,
ma'am.
yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I mean,
I believe that even as
Yes,
natives
yes.
in the United States,
Yes.
where those of us that are transient and live in different cities, that our home is always, well, this is where I was born. This is where my family
isn't it
is.
funny how
Right.
we come back
I,
to that?
I live in Vegas and do work all across the country in different platforms. The way people ask me, I'm from Texas and I was born and raised in El Paso, a big immigration city
And
as
you
well.
love the place.
Oh, I
Yes,
love it.
you like it.
I love to visit and I see my family there. And why this story touched me would be the immigration aspect is coming from a city where immigration is a very hot topic, El Paso,
Yeah,
Texas.
I
on the
think
border.
it's coming up absolutely incredibly
Right.
well. So is it out now?
No,
Has it hit the theatres?
It actually had a screening in Cannes. They
In
screened it
Cannes?
in Cannes. In,
Oh,
in
no,
May.
we've got the big
on
thing
May,
going
yeah,
here.
on May 16th.
In May?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, we
Oh,
did.
how-
have
and
it.
how did it
Our
pro-
first
how did
screening
people
was in
receive
Cannes.
It was really good. People like their concept. They like the
It's all done in
picture.
English, though.
Yeah,
Yes,
everything is
ma'am.
in English.
Yes,
Yeah, there is
everything is
nothing
in
like a.
It's not with the
Indian.
But there
language.
is some language like that. There is some
Mexican
language.
language.
There's Hispanic
Yeah.
because we do have him going through Mexico,
Of course.
and we did use actually Mexican Americans. We made sure that we actually used people of color, playing those different roles. We had, that was a big thing
But
of this
if
film.
it's a true story, then that's what it would be
Absolutely.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it would be
So
anyway.
we did plan. There are some, parts that are in Spanish that are.
Now,
but-
how did you get the funding for this? Did you manage to?
I did myself. Everything
You
is
did.
on my head.
It's all-
He is a businessman in
Yeah.
Kingman, Arizona.
Not even one penny I borrow from somebody.
You bought, so you have
Yeah.
it, and your family helped you as well.
No, not family, just
No,
me,
just-
myself.
So what do you do? I want to find out what he does.
I do couple businesses.
What do you
I have
do?
the motel business,
Motel?
Indian restaurant business.
Now,
You know what's the funny?
I owned a motel.
Let me tell you one
You'll
thing.
tell me a story, and I'll tell you a story.
Okay.
Next building on a Gold Key shop, there is
Yes.
a Bombay Indian cuisine.
He used to own that restaurant.
That's
You used
I
to-
opened
he
it. I
owned
opened
that
up in
restaurant.
2008.
Really?
That was my
Yes, ma'am.
baby.
My husband and I owned a motel in Victorville,
Oh, okay.
and Patel family bought
Many
it.
Patel
now,
in
there's
Victorville,
many
yeah.
Patels, so you don't get confused. They are the toughest people to do business
Oh,
with.
yes.
They will go down to the last dime, and they will. But wait a second, and they will not start negotiating until you're in escrow. Am I
believe
right?
that. It's the funniest thing I think.
But they're the great. Well, no, I admire them as business people because I think
Right,
So
right. Yeah.
were you in real
Business.
estate as well? Well,
No,
motels.
motels.
You
I have
probably bought my
Hotels
motels.
and restaurants.
couple real estate I have here in Las Vegas as well.
Which one?
Real estate, like a property.
real estate, you buy a lot of real estate.
Well, we gone
here
long,
too,
long
yeah.
because I think we come from a business. I own businesses in Texas as well. So,
So you own businesses
Yes,
in
ma'am.
Texas. So I got two very wealthy people. I'm going to tap them both and see what they can do with Vegas Live with Ninon, and maybe we can build it up. You use
No.
your brain.
Next door, the Gold Key shop. I had a frozen yogurt store there. I had a beauty salon here.
So did you have a little shopping center?
At this shopping center, I have like a 4 or 5 places.
Oh,
here.
but
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
used
own
to
the
have-
center.
No.
No, my husband used to own centers, so we would
That's
lease
But
them
I,
out.
then
That's
I
funny.
build up there and I sell to somebody.
And you sell,
that's what
and
I
then-
do.
and that's what you do.
That's
You
what
build
I
it up and
do.
then you sell
Then
it.
give it to somebody.
You're
That's what you
smart.
do.
But that's your business, and I
Correct,
think that's. Did you do that at all in India? Did you do
No.
that?
Everything I learned here.
You learn everything here, so you're
In
very
India, I
grateful.
finished my college and I have a master degree in chemistry.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
See,
but I
so
never
good.
work as a
Wow.
chemist.
You work as a chemist as well. Now, I also happen to know that a pharmacy and chemists, they make an awful lot of money filling all these prescriptions. And of course, now we fill so many prescriptions and all that stuff.
and now we just decided to make films.
And now they're in the film business. So
Yeah.
now, how are you perceiving the film business
That was-
in America? Because it's different than whatever else you've done.
Yeah, that was my passion when I was in India.
Yes.
So I was doing some what he's doing. I was doing some drama on a stage artist.
Yeah.
I'm a theater artist in India.
Oh.
I was there. I was doing producing some stuff.
So you know
little
all about
directing.
that.
Yeah, and
So
then I produced my Bollywood style movie.
Yeah. Okay.
I invested some money in a Bollywood.
Really?
Then I came here and I learned different way here. Everything is totally different.
It's totally different.
Yeah,
And he's also
but you
worked-
still had the basic.
yeah, basic I know
basic.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
he's also
Still
worked
I'm
and
learning.
produced
Yeah.
and donated some of the production companies and
In
some of the
Las
films
Vegas
here in
as
Las
well.
Vegas as
Yeah.
well. They've been on this with Space
So this is
Captain
not your first
Nicolista.
movie.
No, no,
right?
no.
Bus Party to
Bus
Hell.
Party
He
to
was
Hell,
also
Art of the Dead.
Yes,
Art
and
of
we
the
had all,
Dead,
and we had both been
Attack.
involved in those projects.
Well, I know all the projects. I did all the red carpets on all your
Yes,
projects.
we have been. Yes,
we
that's
have
what I'd
been.
say. Absolutely.
Fitting
Yeah.
around there, helping
Uh-huh.
and doing all
But
what we
Mr.
can.
Deshee's first movie is my own
It's your
shoulder.
own movie.
My own
So
shoulder, yeah.
you are the producer,
I'm
you are the
writer,
executive to producer, the writer,
Writer, director,
everything.
and main character
And
as
wait,
well.
and
Actor as well.
well, there's nothing like putting up money for yourself. Maybe I do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Yes, I do. obviously, this is my production.
Correct,
This is
yeah,
my show.
yeah.
This is, but it's
No,
not
no,
mine because
no.
this belongs to everybody.
We took
Oh,
like many auditions for
Yes.
my character,
Yes.
main character, but I was not satisfied. And I say,
They can't tell the story like I know the story.
Then I think I am also artist. I was an acting actor in India. Let me do it myself. What
Yeah,
I
we
need,
did.
I know.
think
that.
it's because you knew how you wanted it to
Correct,
be.
yeah.
Well,
and how-
it is odd. I didn't know
And he
that
was surprised.
he didn't know that he was an actor before in India. And coming in as the first AD when he was on set when we were filming in America, I was directing some of those scenes for him.
Really?
And when he was the actor, and there was one day we were on set, I was like, you have acting experience. I can tell because I
he knew what to do and
well,
how to do it.
I worked with
Right.
actors and I've directed theater, and I was brought originally to Vegas as the choreographer for Evil Dead the musical on the strip.
Oh,
And
how
became the
fabulous.
director eventually. But I had worked with actors, and when I was hired for Mr. Deshee, we worked in different projects, but not directly with each other
Yeah.
as producers or donating money. And I've been in small roles in some of those films. But on the set of Mr. Deshee, there was a scene. It was a very dramatic scene when the main character is detained in Mexico by the Spanish coyotes that keep
Keeping the drugs going.
Yes, and I was directing that scene and trying to get an emotional response with him. And sometimes you're dealing with different actors with different skill sets, and well, what can I do to get this response from you?
Out of them, yeah.
And it was so easy, so smooth. And when I stopped the scene, I'm like, Neil, you
You
have
know what
acted
you're doing
before.
now, yeah.
That's really great.
Did you like acting?
Oh yeah, I like acting. I got a best actor in my state when I was in college, my third year.
Yeah.
I got a best actor prize on that time.
did?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
really?
really surprised. He's actually a good
a
actor
drama.
too.
I'm a theater
He's a
artist.
very good actor.
Theatre actor.
Theatre artist.
Once you know theatre acting,
Yeah.
you're home free. My producer's looking at me and I say, Ninon, are you ever going to get over this interview? And I say, no, because I did one more question. Mr. Deshee, where is it now, and when's it coming out, and what's happening?
Well, we're going to have the Las Vegas screening on October 28th at AMC Town Square 18.
Okay.
And that screening is at 7:30 p.m. with the red carpet before.
You are invited.
And I'm on the red carpet.
Absolutely, we are. So that will be
there.
the first
Yes,
screening
I will
in
do
the
that.
United States.
Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful.
And we're
It's gonna be
excited.
first.
It's
Yeah.
the first screening in the United
United
States.
States,
And
yes.
so then you're going to have another screening in India. And will you also have a screening in Mexico?
Not in Mexico.
Maybe in LA.
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 Oh,
yeah.
New York.
fabulous.
And New York as well. Yeah,
So you've
New
got
York
this
as
all
well.
planned of how
Correct,
you
yeah.
want.
And at that screen, we'll be announcing the next film that PATEL Films will be.
What is can we say the next film?
We
you're
can.
doing?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you go on, tell me, Neil.
Ring
Come
of
on.
Desire.
Ring of Desire.
Ring of Desire.
And he's gonna be my
I'll be the
director for that.
director. It's written by Rolf Konetsky, who wrote Bus Party to Hell and a few of the films that you've been on the red carpet
Yes,
for.
yes.
And we will be auditioning in that film in the Vegas area in December.
So maybe I'll be able to get a part in one
Yes,
of these films.
absolutely.
I just want
Yes.
a part in one of these films. Can't you have an English lady with I don't know what? But
And be-
anyway, I've got something
And
going
because
on.
of Neel Esh Patel, that'll be my film.
Neil.
Yes. Most welcome.
That's
Yes,
going to be
ma'am.
my film directorial debut.
So you're gonna
Absolutely.
All right, see what happens on Vegas Live with Ninon, all these crazy things going on. But what really happens is we're able to bring your movie out. Mr. Deshee, absolutely amazing. It has nothing to do with actually the millinery lady, which was called Lily Deshee in New York. He doesn't even know about that,
I don't
but there
know
was a
that.
millinery.
Yeah.
She was a millinery, and her name was Lily Deshee. She had a place in New York. She also had a place in Bell Harbor in Miami. But that has nothing to do with what you're doing.
No, ma'am.
Nothing to do with
I don't
hats.
know.
No. I wish you all the best.
Thank you,
It's
ma'am.
going to be absolutely amazing. He's so
Thank you.
excited because
Yes,
this is
yeah.
actually, it's all his.
It is.
Yeah, everything is on my.
It is the American
It's all
dream.
It's all on his shoulders. So if he makes money, great. And if he
Yes.
doesn't, well,
Yeah.
we just have to keep buying businesses and
Correct.
upgrading them and selling them.
Yes.
Because there's always money to be made in real estate, believe me, always.
Right, yeah.
Always money.
That's true.
I've been in real estate for years, so I know about real estate. You've both been absolutely amazing, Ronnie,
Thank you.
Neel,
Thank you.
fabulous. Mr. Deshee, don't forget to look out for this movie. Of course, the red carpet is on October 28th.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
At the AMC, which is the AMC
Town
Square.
Town Square on Vegas Boulevard. We'll be right back. It's been a long interview, but it's been a great one, and I loved it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We'll be right
Thank
back.
you.
I want to go to America. Face it. You are stuck here in Gujarat.
Can I go to America? Everyone has money there.
Your visa is denied.
You think my idea is stupid?
It's not stupid. It's a selfish.
You have to enter by Mexico.
Mexico. Rahul, it's a family time. Police! Federales will come.
I like to help you.
I won't take your advantage.
You know why we called you Deshee? A man who comes from India. We all call that Deshee here.
Yo, are you from Mars?
No, I'm from India.
He's their manager.
Crazy dog.
You were supposed to be my friend.
Tell everyone, I'm coming home.